Oh, buckle up, because the internet woke up today and said, "Forget peace, let's ruin Cardi B's entire morning," out of absolutely nowhere. Offset pulled a move so messy, so chaotic, so aggressively off-brand but somehow on-brand that fans didn't just react. They erupted. Within minutes, timelines lit up like Cardi accidentally dropped a match into a gas station. People weren't whispering, they were screaming karma. Like it was a national anthem. Every gossip page went into cardiac arrest at the same exact moment. TikTok detectives clocked in like they were working overtime for free. Twitter philosophers released dissertations. People suddenly remembered every cheating rumor, every messy argument, every unfollow, every shade, every side-eye from 2018 like they were reading biblical prophecy. And the way the internet spun this? They treated Offset's move like he cracked the earth open and handed Cardi the receipt for every heartbreak she's ever caused anyone in her entire bloodline. Even the Kardashians were watching this from their billionaire balconies thinking, damn, that's messy. Screenshots were leaking, fan theories were multiplying, and Cardi's reaction, whether real, fake, imagined, or fan manufactured, became the emotional centerpiece of the entire global Wi-Fi system. Because today, it wasn't Offset versus Cardi, it was Offset versus the internet. And Cardi was caught in the middle of a cosmic social media meltdown. The moment word spread about, Offset's latest move, the internet didn't just react, it detonated. Every timeline, every gossip page, every TikTok feed turned into a digital crime scene with fans acting like detectives who trained under Olivia Benson. From the second the rumor dropped, people were typing with the energy of someone who just discovered their ex is dating their cousin. Nobody asked for facts. Nobody waited for confirmation. People just screamed karma, like Cardi B personally wronged them in a past life. It all started with one messy, unpredictable, perfectly timed screenshot that caught fire faster than a spark in a fireworks factory. A fan page claimed Offset had been moving sus, and that Cardi was allegedly blindsided. That was all it took. The words sus and blindsided were enough to send the internet into the type of frenzy normally reserved for alien sightings. Everyone began posting theories like experts, claiming they felt it coming, as if they had spiritual Wi-Fi linked directly to Cardi's emotional state. Blogs smelled the drama immediately and attacked it like vultures circling free meat. Headlines exploded across the internet with phrases like Offset's shocking move, Cardi B left speechless, and fans call it final karma. None of the blogs had any verified information. But when has that ever stopped them? They threw punctuation, caps lock, emojis, and dramatic spacing at the titles until they looked like disaster movie posters. And people ate it up like midnight fast food during heartbreak season. Cardi's fans were the first to rally. They stormed every comment section like angry cousins at a family barbecue. Cardi doesn't deserve this. Offset needs to grow up. This better be fake news. They demanded answers, even though no answers existed yet. Meanwhile, Offset's defenders jumped in with equal intensity, claiming the internet was always against him, and that people don't know what happens behind closed doors. Closed doors. The internet barely lets celebrities sneeze without starting a 4-part conspiracy thread. Then the timelines shifted. People began pulling out the dusty archives, old screenshots, old Ms., old accusations, old clips of Cardi and Offset arguing, laughing, ignoring each other, walking apart, breathing differently. Anything could be used as evidence. Someone posted a 2019 clip of Cardi giving Offset a side-eye and wrote, "This explains everything." The clip had nothing to do with anything. But it still went viral because the internet loves a good out-of-context moment. The fan theories escalated faster than Offset's past scandals. Some said he unfollowed Cardi. Some swore she unfollowed him first. Others insisted they both unfollowed each other at the exact same time, like synchronized swimmers of toxicity. People screenshotted their follow lists with the urgency of FBI agents collecting intel. And because the app glitches constantly, contradictory evidence flooded the timeline. making the drama even juicier. Cardi's silence made the situation 10 times worse. The woman could have been asleep eating cereal or watching cartoons with her kids, but the internet acted like her silence was confirmation of emotional devastation. People tweeted things like, "She's shattered right now. She's probably crying and somebody check on her." They imagined entire storylines about her emotional collapse without knowing a single detail. Cardi could have been laughing, but fans wrote Shakespearean tragedies on her behalf. Offset didn't help himself either. Instead of clearing the air, he posted something cryptic and vague, just enough to fuel chaos, but not enough to explain anything. It was something like "people weird" or "don't believe the hype," which the internet naturally interpreted as an indirect confession, denial, threat, warning, prophecy, or apology, depending on who was reading it. Cryptic messages are celebrity gasoline. Offset poured a full tank. Then came the leaked messages. These weren't confirmed. These weren't verified. These weren't even formatted correctly. But fans still spread them like gospel. Screenshots showed blurred names, weird timestamps, and grammatical errors. Yet people believed the messages because messengers feels like truth in the heat of drama. Someone posted "Offset bin Wilden," and another person commented, "This is exactly why karma is hitting." The internet decided, collectively and without due process, that Offset had finally crossed an invisible line. As the rumor grew, neutral parties jumped into the conversation just for entertainment. People who didn't follow Cardi or Offset logged in and simply said, "I'm only here for the comments," and those comments got thousands of likes. Even people who had no idea what Offset allegedly did joined the chaos because watching celebrities. Crumble is the internet's version of a live-action movie with unlimited popcorn refills. Then, to make things even messier, a few insiders emerged random Twitter accounts with anime profile pictures, claiming they had sources close to Cardi. They typed things like, "I heard Offset did something unforgivable," or "A friend told me Cardi is devastated." These accounts had no credibility, no proof, and no profile pictures, but people retweeted them like official statements. When drama hits, credibility doesn't matter. Confidence does. Meanwhile, social media detectives started connecting dots that didn't exist. Someone noticed Offset hadn't posted a photo with Cardi in a while and treated it like evidence. Others pointed out she wasn't wearing her ring in a certain picture, even though the photo was months old. TikTok creators made 30-second exposes stitching together random clips, narrating them like they were cracking a cold case mystery. But the most explosive moment came when fans started chanting the word karma. They typed it in caps, in spaces, in emojis, in aesthetic fonts, in tweets, in comments, everywhere. Karma became the battle cry of the internet. It was the word that united Cardi haters, Offset critics, drama addicts, and conspiracy creators in one collective frenzy. People didn't even know what Offset allegedly. Did they just wanted it to be karma because the internet loves poetic justice more than truth? The drama took on a life of its own. Fans said Cardi was shattered, broken, crying in silence, betrayed, and done for real this time. They created entire emotional monologues on her behalf. One user wrote, "This is what happens when you give too many chances." And another added, "Her heart can't take this no more." People were writing paragraphs as if they lived inside Cardi's soul. Meanwhile, Offset supporters were doubling down, claiming people were exaggerating, reading too much into things, and using old screenshots as new evidence. By the end of the day, the internet had turned a single rumor into a cinematic universe filled with heartbreak, betrayal, karma, chaos, and endless fan theories. Nobody knew the truth. Nobody waited for it. The storyline had already overtaken reality. And the craziest part? This was only the beginning. The story wasn't slowing, it was accelerating. The moment Offset's move hit social media, the internet didn't just escalate, it evolved into a creature powered by outrage. Screenshots, spiritual delusion, and fan fiction disguised as sources. People weren't reacting logically. They were reacting emotionally, dramatically, and loudly. The three personality traits the internet loves most. Every platform became a digital courtroom where nobody had evidence. Everyone had theories. And the only rule was, whoever types in all caps wins. Cardi B's name became the epicenter of an emotional earthquake. People acted like they personally witnessed her heart crack in half. They dragged up every old rumor, every cheating scandal, every time she unfollowed Offset. Every time she blinked suspiciously in 2019, TikTok users started posting dramatic edits with melancholic music, fake tears, and quotes like "she deserved better." These creators didn't know a single detail about the new situation, but emotional content pays. And Cardi became their algorithm puppet. Offset didn't help by staying mysteriously active online. Every new post he made felt like he was adding fuel to the wildfire. A single emoji under a random comment became a trending topic because people decided it was a sign he didn't care. Fans said, laughing while Cardi is shattered. He's wicked. Nobody asked if he even knew the rumor existed. The narrative was too entertaining to slow down for facts. Then came the internet historians. The people who remember every mistake Offset ever made. They dug up old clips faster than detectives collecting evidence. They combined clips from different years, different outfits, different arguments, and edited them together like this was a Lifetime documentary. On men who mess up in high definition, it didn't matter if the clips matched the story. They created a storyline where one didn't. Exist.next were the Twitter essay warriors, writing dissertations about why Offset's move was karma from the universe. They said Cardi had energy debt, spiritual bills due, and cosmic receipts being collected. Suddenly, the drama wasn't just gossip, it became philosophy, astrology, and karmic geometry. People were doing math with planets and emotions like they were decoding a prophecy. It was the type of chaos only social media can produce. Meanwhile, YouTube creators jumped in with urgency like the tea was boiling over. They posted titles like "The Real Reason Offset Did This" and "Cardi B Breakdown Explained." They zoomed into Cardi's face in random photos, analyzing her smile like it was a coded cry for help. They repackaged the same rumor 15 different ways for views. And the funniest part? Most of the creators didn't even like Cardi or Offset, they just loved the traffic. Fans also noticed that Cardi had posted something cryptic before the rumor hit. It wasn't related, but they acted like it was foreshadowing. People said things like, she knew this was coming, and her spirit warned her. They tied everything together, like red string conspiracy boards, creating the messiest narrative the internet had seen since the Blueface Grecian saga. Cardi couldn't breathe without someone claiming it meant something. Offset's family members, whether silent or active, got dragged into the war. People speculated about their reactions, their intentions, their existence. Someone said Offset's cousin posted a sad face emoji. The internet turned that into a part theory. Fans dragged in his mom, sister, barber, ghost, and imaginary friend. Everyone became a suspect. Everyone became blame-able. Celebrity culture made everything worse. Every rapper, model, influencer, or actor who posted anything that day, a quote, a lyric, a random selfie got labeled as responding to the Cardi situation. A singer posted, "I choose peace," and blogs wrote, "Singer subtly supports Cardi B." Another celeb posted about loyalty, and suddenly they were shading Offset. People who had nothing to do with the situation were being recruited into the storyline like extras in a movie they didn't audition for. Then came the fake video leaks, random voice notes, edited clips, and out-of-context audio uploaded by accounts with usernames like T4Sale888. Double quotes. These accounts popped up, posted something chaotic, went viral, then disappeared into digital dust. The content wasn't real, but the conversations were. People debated these fake materials like they were courtroom exhibits. Meanwhile, Cardi tried posting normal content, music clips, funny videos, selfies. But the internet didn't allow normalcy. Everything she posted became evidence. If she looked too happy, they said she was pretending. If she looked too serious, they said she was broken. If she didn't post, they said she was hiding. The woman was trapped inside a narrative that didn't belong to her. Anymore, it belonged to the audience writing the script. Offset's own fan base fractured into three chaotic factions: the He Innocent Squad, the He Toxic but Entertaining Squad, and the He Needs Therapy Immediately Squad. They battled each other harder than they defended Offset. They made memes clowning him, made threads analyzing his behavior, and roasted him with the same passion they defended him with. Hypocrisy thrives on the internet, especially during celebrity drama. The biggest turning point came when fans started claiming Cardi finally got her karma. They referenced old beefs, old feuds, old controversies, and framed this as universal payback. The word karma took over every comment section. People shouted it with religious intensity, as if Offset had become the official messenger of cosmic justice. Blogs doubled down by adding dramatic sound effects to posts, using words like devastating, brutal, shocking, and unexpected. They didn't care if the story was accurate. Drama pays more than accuracy ever will. The blogs were basically screaming into megaphones, "We don't know what happened, but click anyway." The scandal became a monster. People didn't want truth. People wanted entertainment. People wanted Cardi crying, Offset smirking, fans screaming, and Karma dancing in circles. This wasn't a story anymore, it was a cultural event. But the part that shook everyone the most? The aftermath. The emotional fallout. The internet's reaction to Cardi's silence. And Offset's unpredictability. Because what came next was louder than everything before by the time the rumor reached its peak. The internet wasn't just invested, it was possessed. The Cardi Offset saga had evolved into a cultural earthquake with aftershocks hitting every corner of social media. People logged on not to see updates, but to participate in emotional warfare. Every hour came with new claims, new theories, new stan wars, and new reasons for strangers to fight each other online. The drama wasn't slowing down. It was mutating. Cardi's silence became the loudest sound in the digital universe. Each minute she didn't address the rumor felt like another chapter in a tragedy the internet wrote for her. Fans imagined her pacing, crying, praying, screaming, anything except living normally. They projected their own heartbreak experiences onto her, turning her into the main character of a fictional heartbreak movie they were directing in real time. Cardi didn't confirm anything, but people decided she was shattered anyway. Offset, meanwhile, seemed to exist in his own world. Every post he made, no matter how unrelated, was read like a secret confession. If he smiled, people claimed it was a guilty smile. If he looked serious, people said he was stressed about getting exposed. If he posted lyrics, they insisted he was sending subliminal messages to Cardi. He couldn't breathe without someone shouting, "This means something." Offset became the internet's favorite Rorschach test. Then came the moment the drama took an insane turn. A fake insider page posted that Cardi and Offset were no longer on speaking terms. The internet treated the claim like breaking news on national television. Blogs reposted it instantly. TikTok users added sad music and narrated it like a funeral documentary. Twitter erupted with "I knew IT" comments, even though nobody knew anything. The rumor grew legs, arms, and a whole personality. Cardi's old interviews resurfaced too. People pulled clips of her talking about loyalty, trust, and relationships and used them like prophetic warnings. They edited together compilations with heartbreaking music, adding subtitles like, "She'd been tired, she saw the signs, and she deserves better." TikTok turned her into a tragic heroine, even though the story was built on speculation and recycled drama. Offset wasn't spared either. The internet resurrected every past mistake like they were summoning ghosts. Old rumors, old scandals, old screenshots, everything got stitched together into a brand new narrative. Even people who forgave him in the past suddenly remembered they were mad again. Someone tweeted, "This man been moving wild since," as if they'd been keeping a detailed timeline of his every move. The worst blow came when fans pointed to a clip of Offset ignoring Cardi at an event, a clip that was years old. They uploaded it with captions like, "This explains everything," even though the footage had no connection to the rumor. That clip alone reignited fan wars that had been dead for years. People who hadn't spoken about Cardi or Offset. Since the pandemic suddenly resurfaced with opinions and emotional essays, Cardi finally posted something. But it wasn't a statement. It was a selfie. A simple, regular selfie. And the internet lost its mind. Some people said she looked strong. Others said she looked sad. And some swore her eyes were holding back oceans. She literally just looked like Cardi B. But the internet needed drama. So they created entire psychological evaluations based on one picture. Offset made it worse by posting a flex picture right after. It wasn't intentional, it was just Offset being Offset. But the timing destroyed the internet. "He does not care," fans cried. "This is cold," others tweeted. Someone even edited the flex picture next to Cardi's selfie and captioned it to different worlds. The drama had officially turned into theater. Then a friend of a friend made a TikTok saying they heard. Cardi was hurt. They didn't show proof. They didn't reveal who told them. They didn't even give details. But the video got millions of views because drama doesn't require credibility, just confidence and good lighting. More TikTokers stitched it with fake sympathy, fake shock, and fake insider energy. Suddenly, half the internet believed Cardi was sobbing somewhere. Cardi tried to shift attention by teasing music, but fans interpreted that as a sign too. They said she was using work to cope, healing through art, channeling her heartbreak, or trying to distract herself. They gave her a whole emotional arc she never confirmed. Cardi was becoming a fictional character in her own life. Story. Offset's chaos continued when he posted one word: focus. That single word launched 1,000 think pieces. People dissected it like literary critics analyzing Shakespeare. Literary critics analyzing Shakespeare. Some claimed he was telling Cardi to focus. Others insisted he was addressing haters. A third group said he was projecting. The internet twisted the word into a Rubik's Cube of hidden meanings. Celebrities finally broke their silence, not by speaking, but by unfollowing. A couple of artists unfollowed Cardi and Offset, probably by accident, but the internet decided it was symbolic. Blogs reported it as celebs' two sides. People debated which side was winning, as if this was a televised boxing match. No statement was needed. A missing follow button was enough to fuel 10 different narratives. Then the internet flipped the script. Large fan pages began posting messages about protecting Cardi at all costs, acting like she was going through a national crisis. People wrote long paragraphs about her strength, her resilience, her motherhood. They turned her into an inspirational figure overnight. The same people who were laughing earlier suddenly became emotional protectors. Internet loyalty is unpredictable, but always dramatic. The disaster finally reached its quiet crash when Cardi posted a short message telling fans to calm down. It wasn't emotional. It wasn't poetic. It wasn't dramatic. It was simple and straightforward. And that alone ended half the rumors. People realized the meltdown was built on crumbs. The internet turned into a cake. Offset finally posted again to calm. Normal, unbothered. No rage, no apology, no cryptic energy. And that showed the truth. The drama was bigger online than in real life. But the internet doesn't let scandals die peacefully. People still whispered, still speculated, still analyzed. Even after the truth. The fantasy of Cardi being shattered kept circulating because chaos sells better than peace. The story ended the same way all internet tragedies end. Not with closure, but with exhaustion. People moved on to the next scandal, the next rumor, the next mess. But this one left a mark. It showed how quickly the internet can turn small sparks into full infernos. It showed how easily people believe what entertains them. And most of all, it showed how fast the word karma can become the soundtrack of a celebrity's worst day online. If you survive this storyline without needing emotional therapy, Congratulations, you are officially certified to handle celebrity chaos at the highest level. Because what we just witnessed wasn't gossip. It was a full-blown digital earthquake disguised as a rumor. The internet didn't just react, it spiraled, collapsed, resurrected, argued, cried, preached, and declared karma, louder than a church choir with new speakers. Cardi B breathed and people wrote entire novels about her emotional state. Offset blinked and fans screamed confession. So before you run off to analyze someone else's zodiac chart or decode another celebrity's cryptic post, do what real tea lovers do. Smash that like button like it owes you money. Hit subscribe like you're signing a long-term contract with drama. And drop a comment telling me which part of this meltdown had you clutching your phone. Was it the memes? The fake insiders? The TikTok psychologists diagnosing heartbreak from selfies? Or the internet screaming karma? Without knowing what actually happened. And don't forget to turn on notifications because scandals here don't simmer, they explode. They burst into the timeline like uninvited cousins at a family function. Every minute you're offline is a minute a new celebrity is crying, clapping back, posting cryptic messages, or deleting photos. This channel keeps you strapped in, front row, watching every meltdown unfold in real time. This is Secret Scoop, the headquarters of chaos. It's the sanctuary of scandals and the home of internet insanity, where rumors turn into sagas.